Welcome back to the channel. Now, we left you in the last episode waking up in a very different location following the attack on Harry the previous night. Now in this video we're determined to mentally move on, and I tried the famous Clonakilty Veggie Pudding. But do I like it? We visit a local Saturday market. We discover what megalithic means. We find ourselves in the middle of another presidential story, but you will never guess what this one is. We struggle to find a park-up, but is this a reaction to the previous night's events? And when we do finally find a park-up, we discover the most terrible of tragedies. If you want to support us, the best way is to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Welcome to Getaway Geese. We are Stu and Jane, and with Harry, our Ford custom auto camper, we share our adventures. So join us in this, our rough guide series to campervanning in Ireland.
We're gonna test the Clonakilty black pudding. Well, it's the veggie pudding. So Jane's agreed, reluctantly I think, to give it a go. So we'll cook it up for breakfast and see what she thinks. So they recommend you put them in 2 centimetre slices and shallow fry them 2 to 3 minutes either side. I say it tastes totally different to English black pudding. It's veggie anyway, but the main difference is there's a lot of oatmeal in this, which makes it a drier, coarser mix. So it says to shallow fry, so I realised my spray on oil probably wasn't enough, so I put a bit of normal oil in there. Nice, I like it. It's not a black pudding as I know it anyway.
Which do you prefer?
This?
Yeah.
I'd have this.
What,
regularly.
the vegetarian one?
I'd have the vegetarian one. I think you need to try the white pudding one. I think you need to try the black pudding one.
Yeah, I need to do some research.
This is it. Will Jane get converted to veggie black pudding? Da, da, da. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's an oaty taste. It's more of an oaty
It's quite dry.
cakey. Yeah. That's why you have the other things with it.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a drier than the way. So you're thinking a black pudding, fatty black pudding, which is a UK black pudding.
No, it's nice. I'd have that. It's like vegetarian sausage.
You can imagine it as a little starter with a salad around it, and balsamic vinegar over it or something like that. You could have something sweet with it, because I think something sweet goes with it.
Yeah, no, it's good. As you can imagine, we're really tired this morning, but we push ourselves to head towards the nearby town of Skibbereen, where we discover a Saturday market is being held. We're going to a farmer's market, so be nice. We find a car park for Harry, which is just a short distance through the town to the market, and today the town is really busy. And although Stu's not feeling it from last night's events, he gets straight back into filming. Good to see the church is branching out. Our first thought was this must have been an accident, but it turns out it was an art exhibition at the art centre. This market is a proper locals market, and it has a great vibe with people meeting up and sharing stories. Unbelievably, Stu meets a stall holder from the UK that's from the same village where he grew up, and as ever, it's a small world. We were tempted by this cheese store, but we resisted. And after about an hour or so, we head back to Harry. Where are we going next?
Surprise! I don't know.
Is that the surprise?
I don't know.
Wow, get you.
I don't plan anymore.
Is that the old Stu, is it?
It's the old Stu. New Stu, singing. facing off eggers.
Okay, don't overplay your part. You waited until you saw the back of the car before you got out.
That was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Oh, it's nice to see.
I think it's it's definitely a locals market. It wasn't a touristy market.
No, definitely not.
So we'll go to the stone circle.
Please say a command.
Navigation.
I didn't understand that. You can say AM, FM, USB, or navigation. If a phone is connected, you can say call, followed by the
Navigation.
navigation. Please say a command.
Enter destination.
I didn't understand that. Please say find an address, find a junction, or find a POI.
Find an address.
Please say the house number and the street, followed by the town. To search in another country, say change country. Guidance will start.
I wonder how long it will be before sat-navs do, 3 words? It'll be so much easier. Just say the 3 words. We finally decide to track back a little, where we visit the historic site of the Drombeg stone circle. Drombeg translated means a small ridge, and it's referred to as the Druids' altar by locals. And as we always do, we simply just enjoy driving round in Harry. Harry gets parked on the side of the road as the main car park has a height barrier. And the site is just a short walk from there. Yeah, it was really peaceful, wasn't it?
It was very, I said to you, it feels like you're walking into a church. Everybody was speaking, whispering.
Yeah.
But it got a very, I don't know, peaceful scene to it. And it made you want to whisper, so it was good. So there's a lot of history behind it by the looks of it.
Well, yeah, apparently it's dated from the Bronze Age to the early Iron Age. It's the most visited megalithic sites in Ireland.
Megalithic?
Megalithic.
Not
Do you know what
lithic.
that means?
Not Neolithic, it's mega. I had no idea. Go on then, what does megalithic mean?
Relating to prehistoric monuments made of or containing large stones. There you go.
Oh, we're teaching the world here.
It was excavated in 1958 when the cremated remains of an adolescent was found in a pot in the circle's centre.
So there's a body remains in there?
Yeah, originally consisted of 17 closely spaced stones, of which 13 survive. I don't know how they know that.
I know on one side there was a couple of from where they were living, and there was where the water was, where apparently they heated the stones up and put the stones in the centre to warm the water to then cook the meat effectively.
Yeah, that was to the left, wasn't it?
Yeah, the far side when you go in. Yeah.
It's had a number of surveys in the early 1900s before it was excavated and restored in 1957.
So it was active between 1100 and 800 BC.
Yeah. This driver seemed a little clueless on how to pass us.
There's a place here. She can come here. You can come here. Hold on. Let's have a look. I'll make this easier for her because she ain't going to go back.
Oh, Jesus, those noises. Come on, love. No, you're never going to be able to get up.
I need her to go.
Okay. Well done. That's an old man. You're going to be able to get back up.
Probably not.
Well done. No.
Got a few more scratches down the side of Harry.
And it's now getting near lunchtime, and Stu's picked up a treat at the market, so we head to a village called Union Hall for a pit stop. That looks like an egg.
Apricot and apple. It's very nice. That's my lunch.
Our energy levels are really low today because we're tired. And what we really need now is an early park up for the night, so we head out of Union Hall towards a park for night site that we've identified. All my tops I've brought on this trip are a stripe. I've got black stripe, blue stripe and pink stripes. Yeah, we keep pulling over just to let people behind us go. Oh, it's a campervan. Don't know, I get excited. We've just driven down this lane, like in the middle of nowhere, and we saw a bloke that had, well, we thought he'd broken down. And so we went to the park up, and it says no overnight parking, so. Would have been very nice. So we're driving back, we're just about to offer him a lift. And actually we've just driven through the filming of a Netflix show called Bodkin, apparently, that they're filming there. We seem to keep coming up with stories linked to US presidents. And unbelievably, Bodkin is being produced by the Obama company. And they are exec producing the series apparently, which is unbelievable. They're filming a graveyard scene by the look of it. So.
Well, they were filming from the graveyard looking down.
Yeah.
The guy that we saw coming back up from this Mercedes with two distinctive white black stripes on, he had what I thought was like a sat-nav phone, which it may well be, which I thought was a bit odd, and he said we could go down to the overnight spot. Didn't think anything of it, but when we were coming back, because we couldn't stop, we thought we might as well give him a lift.
Yeah.
But then we saw two lads in an identical car with the black stripes. They've obviously got two cars for continuity in some sort of way. And then we pulled over and Jane asked him what was going on.
Yeah, we heard, okay, action. We're like, oh, what, us?
And he didn't, because we thought we were getting in the way of filming, but he said, no, you're fine, and he told us it was for a Netflix show.
So he said we were all right to carry on down, and we thought it was just, as in, you'll get past my broken down car, so we're like, oh, thank you.
And then we saw a trailer and a truck coming back the other way, and we twigged that, maybe the trailer's come to pick up the broken down car, which actually wasn't broken down. He's obviously taking the cars round to various scenes to film this Netflix thing. So where we had our lunch, they were filming on the beach. Actually putting two and two together, they must be doing lots of sequences
around the area,
in the area for this Netflix. That all makes sense.
So it's amazing
when pieced all this together.
Yeah, it's amazing what you find. Okay, so it's on to another target park for night site. But first we need to navigate our way past this child who is having shoelace issues.
Where's it, Solomon?
But unfortunately, once again, it's not right, and we're starting to get pretty fed up. And I wonder if you ever have those moments as well when you're trying to find a park up.
2 failures. Don't know where I'm going now.
No.
Oh.
Okay, you can't go down.
I've got 2 cars, so I've got no choice.
No, you can't go down that hill.
2 cars.
You can go
I've got
here.
no choice. Just wait a minute, Jack. Just calm down a minute.
Right, come on. Just, yeah. You need to reverse.
Okay, I'm going over this.
Now the next few spots that we have identified are around the town of Baltimore. The roads are really narrow and steep and traction at times is challenging. One thing this trip has taught us that when we come to change the tyres that we're going to upgrade them. We drive through the town, initially towards Baltimore Beacon again. These are park for night stops.
No, that's not a stop, is it?
No. So what's he doing? Oh.
Maybe to the beacons.
Oh my god.
So that's not, you can't stop there, it's a passing place.
No.
And there's another one here, they're passing places.
That's a definite no. But one man's park up is another man's pull-in. Now would you have stopped here?
You wouldn't park there, they're passing places.
We head back towards the town as there was another place by the port. But it's definitely not our day today. As we whiz past, no overnight signs. We're struggling to find a park up, although it is only 3:15. But we've already tried 3 places. Yeah, we're a bit grumpy. And I also think we're a little bit nervous subconsciously of where we stop, following the previous night's events in the last episode.
Turn left now.
So we target another place called Audley Cove. We make our way passing through the village of Ballydahon, which looks a place that we need to come back to. And finally, we've managed to find a suitable spot where we're happy to have tea and stop the night. However, after a while of just sitting in the van, I decide to take a walk around the beach. And I discover a tragic story that's without doubt one of the most upsetting that I've ever come across. I've just come across this. Terrible. It's only been here 4 weeks, I think. It was erected on the 4th of September, I think. Never truly gone, always in our heart. Clarissa Jean McCarthy. May 22nd, 2009 to March the 5th, 2013. And she was brought down here by her dad and drowned. And he then killed himself. His wife was looking at separating. And in the suicide note he left, he said, "If you can take Clarissa to America, I can take Clarissa to heaven." It's so tragic. And unfortunately, she made the decision to bury Clarissa with her dad and then regretted it. And so she started a fund to have her exhumed, which they have done, and she was cremated and is now in America. Her mum's Irish American. Such a tragic story. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video then help us grow the channel by subscribing, liking and commenting. And we'll hopefully see you in the next episode of Our Travels in Harry.